Welcome to episode number 3 of the off-season series. Now, we're going to start this video a bit differently because I'm not at work today because it's Bank Holiday Monday. So normally I'd start on just kind of the intro to my videos on my car, just kind of explain what we're going to do. However, we're going to start with me enjoying and showing you what I'm going to have as a pre-workout meal before I start my session today, for a bit of energy and a bit of carbs. Now, what we got today is a big pull session. Now, it used to be a push session. However, I'm going to touch on it on every video. I am doing 2.5 pull sessions a week now to grow my back because that is my weak point. So what we got today is, this is one of my 2 favorite pre-workout meals. So this here is 2 crumpets, 4 rice cakes, but like literally box standard, plain, like 20 calories each rice cake, nothing fancy, with 20 grams of honey, 1 banana, cinnamon and pink salt, basically just dashed over it all. So that right there for me is a perfect pre-workout. Now, I should be having a bit of protein with this because this is just pure carbs, but at the same time, I literally am having this purely just as a pre-workout for energy for my session. Normally I'd have like a bowl of tuna or like 2 tins of tuna next to it. However, I don't have any tuna at the moment. So I have got in the air fryer 200 grams of chicken just cooking, which I'll just put some chili sauce on and then I'll eat just so I'm literally hitting my protein otherwise, because this for me is a meal too and it's got no protein in. So then being able to hit 250 protein a day just makes it quite hard. So this is what we're going to have. We've also had already 1.5 litres water today because we have 6. I tried to aim for 6 litres a day, and this is kind of what I'll have. So I'll have 4 of these a day, which is 1.5 litre. So I'll have 1 when I wake up, and then 1 throughout the first half of my day, so like just before the gym and during the gym, and then I'll have another one when I'm doing all my steps and cardio, and then I'll have another one like 1.5 to 2 hours before I go to bed. So I'll have 4 of those a day, and then in one of them I'll have, which is the one I've got now, which I have throughout the day, is 1 scoop of creatine and 1 scoop of electrolytes. And that's just kind of just drunk throughout the day. So I'll have that and I'll take that to the gym with me as well. But yeah, in terms of what we got today, so we'll have a little look. It's a pool day, so it's pool day number 1. So we recorded pool day number 2 on, when was it? Friday. So it's Monday today, so it's pool day 1. So what we're doing today is, we'll get a little rundown, but we'll hop into obviously this will then cut into the first exercise of the session of today. Oh, bloody hell, it was a check-in today. That is not good. I should probably have done that. Shit, we'll do that in a minute. That's quite embarrassing. I should have done that ages ago. Right, anyway, my coach is going to be having a go at me for that. So what we got today is rope pull downs, supersetted with, so kind of rope pull downs, how do I describe that? Lat pullovers, that's a better word for them. Supersetted with standing face pulls, so just with the rope. And then we've got single arm lat pull downs. And then we've got seated machine row, chest supported T-bar row, dumbbell shrugs, easy bar curls, then alternating DB curls, finished off with hammer curls. So 3 bicep, 5 back, I think. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll finish this, and then we'll cut into the first movement, which will be T-bar rows, and I'll also do my check-in as well. So we'll have this, and then we'll cut into the first movement of today's pool session. Right then, boys, first exercise of today. So as I mentioned earlier, it's going to be our pool session number 2 today. So we are going to kick it off. We're actually going to do it in order today because it's not that busy, because I'm going at it's 2 o'clock today, not 5:30, sorry, which I normally go. So it's actually quite, it's quite tame. So I'm hoping you see me in this, because I don't know if the lights are a bit, dodgy in this gym. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a little back superset now. what this superset kind of entails is essentially 2 sets of 12 to 15 on both movements, but it's a superset. So we'll do lat pullovers, supersetted with face pulls. So I'm just going to quickly have a look and see what we did last week, because I think I mentioned in loads of like previous videos before that we're going to try and up our weight as best as we can each session. So let's see how this feels. Ooh, that was a good set 15 that. I mean, last reps were a bit finicky, but no, it was good set. So we'll superset that now with face balls. Well, that was a better set than the fucking pullovers. A lot better set, it felt a lot nicer. I think with the pullovers, these aren't long enough. I need to think of a way to make them a bit longer. But yeah, so we did 15 reps on 40 of them, which is nice. I think I mentioned previously in the previous pull video that when I do my face pulls, I'll have a kettlebell on the floor, so which I'll just rest my foot on it, and then I'll be able to actually complete the reps without base, because I'm doing like quite heavy. If I do it without a kettlebell or without my foot on something, I'll just end up just slowly going towards the machine, and I end up just touching the machine, and then yeah, so it's a bit counterproductive really. But we'll do one more superset of that, and then we'll go on to our second back exercise, which is right. So exercise number 2. So we were going to do T-bar rows, however we're going to do single arm lat pull downs now. So I was going to do it on the plate loaded machine, but because I want to progress and actually up my lifts each week, there's no point using a different machine, otherwise I can't really track what I'm doing. So we're going to do the exact same machines we did last time. So I've already done set 10 to 12 on each arm on my 42, which is what I did last week, and I'm happy I didn't go heavier, otherwise it would have been a shit set in terms of form. So we're going to do another set now of 12 to 15, but on every third rep we're going to squeeze for like 2 seconds ish, and so it'll be like 1, 2, 3 squeeze, 4, 5, 6 squeeze, like proper squeeze on the lat on the way down. So we're going to use as well straps, just so my hands are a bit more attached to the cable. So we'll get that going. So let's go.
There we go.
Ooh, that was good. That was a good set. Okay, so now we got our first bicep movement of the session. Now, as I said, we do easy bar curls. So I've kind of looked at what weight and reps we did last time. I'm going to kind of replicate exactly what we did last time because I can remember this being quite challenging last week. So we're going to hit 25 reps of 35 kilogram as our first set. So it's quite a lot of volume. However, it's not as heavy as the other two sets. So first 20 reps and then we're like, all right, then the last 5 are like really like fucking just pure pain. So we'll hit that. Right, so on to our third back exercise now. Now, we should have done this at the start, however, I don't know why every single person was on this machine every time I look over, so that was a bit weird, but anyway, we've got it now. So, also, I just want to put a disclaimer as well. These clips might look like they're obviously like a bit dark, a bit lighter, or a bit better quality. As I'm using the camera, I'm trying to mess around with what's the best setting, because it's all to do with what lighting's in the gym. And it makes it look better or worse depending on what setting you're using. And it's a bit annoying because I'm like trying to fiddle around with every time I record to go before I do a set to see what the best setting is. So, however, I'm sure over time, the videos will get better over time. It's just the first ones are going to be a bit shit. Not shit, but not as good as they can be, and they'll just slowly improve. But anyway, back to the set. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 67.5. We did that for 9 reps last time. Now, I was meant to do 6 to 10, but that is the rep range. So we'll stay with the same weight and then hopefully get 10. Right, so we're going to go into, a second back exercise. However, we're just going to do a second bicep exercise because I kind of want to do 2 back, 2 bi, and kind of keep it like that. Because we've got one more bi, but after this we'll do 2 back, and then the last bicep. So just going to do hammer curls now. Now we'll try and speed up a little bit. 1, the camera's going to die. 2, I don't want the video to be too long. So we'll do a set of 10 to 12 on these. To be fair, they felt alright. And I even got a few partials in as well. Final back exercise of today, which is a plate loaded row. Now, I would love to do this single arm, however, I'm not allowed to. I don't know why, but coach's orders, so we're just gonna do what he says. But I just feel like I'm better contraction single arm, but we're gonna do both arms and we're gonna stick to what I'm being told. Right. So in terms of this, I've got 65 on each side today. I got 60 for 10 last week. So 6 to 10 reps and 12 to 15. So we're gonna up it by 5 because we hit 10 last time. So if we hit 10 again today, then fantastic. But we'll aim for 10, but if you get 9, it is what it is. So let's see how this moves. Again, hard body straps with every pull exercise. Just honestly, on these, like, I'm not even just trying to like glaze them here. These are the best straps that I've used in terms of just, I've had these for so long and they're just so like, they have like a perfect grip here and they're just sturdy as fuck. And they're just literally, once your hand's attached to that attachment or bar or whatever, it ain't moving. So let's get 10 on these and see how these feel.
Right, so the audio is actually quite bad for these final few exercises, so we're just going to do a little voiceover. So now we move on to our, I'm going to call it a back exercise, I think I would. Our final back exercise, which is dumbbell shrugs, which we do 3 sets of 12 to 15, 1 set of 50, and I think we repeat that, and then we do a set of 48 for 15 as well. So these are kind of implemented in my program now because I never used to train traps, but we're training traps now. So we're gonna, not that they were small, but we're just gonna implement traps in now all our pull days now. Okay, so we finish off with a final bicep movement now. So we're gonna do alternating standing dumbbell curls. So you can get any more basic than this, but for me, I think if done correctly, this is one of the best bicep movements. So we do a set of 12 on the 24s. We could have done heavier, but I don't think the 26s were available, and neither did I really want to not get 12 reps. So we stuck with 24s, and then we dropped that to 18 kilograms.
All in all, that was a fucking brilliant session. PR'd on the T-bar row, PR'd on the first back superset with the pullovers and the face pulls. What else did we do? So yeah, they were my 2 kind of main PRs there, which I'm happy with. So we'll take that, and then that'll be episode 3 complete, and we'll probably do push day tomorrow. So next video will be push day, our first push day. So yeah, we'll leave it there. And it's a full day number 1.